Om Shanti. Today, the true Father, the true teacher, as well as true Sadguru Baba, he comes at this confluence age. He gives us his true company and the power required. And he makes us realize our true nature, original nature. With the company of the true Father, we all souls we get transformed from iron aged people into a golden age people. How do we receive the power to imbibe complete purity with his company, and how does the creation of the one religion take place? Baba reminds all these things in today's Murli. Let's listen to his sweet versions. Sweet children, you get the company of truth on the path of knowledge only. You are now sitting in the company of the true Father. To stay in the remembrance of the Father means to be in the company of the truth. Question: why do you children have the need of the true company? Answer: because it's only by being in the company of one true Father and true teacher and Satguru, the soul becomes Satopradhan from Tamopradhan. The soul becomes beautiful from ugly. The weak souls cannot become strong without having the company of the true Father. With the company of the Father, the souls receive the power of purity and their boats go across for 21 births. Baba, he gives us the power of true teachings and the purity, and he makes us powerful as well as he transforms the whole world. Om Shanti. You children are sitting in the company of the truth. You sit in this gathering of truth at this confluence age of every cycle. The world doesn't know what the gathering of truth means, because this term satsang has continued from time immemorial. Of course, we hear this term satsang satsang on the path of devotion also. People say that we go to this and this gathering. But the fact is, no one goes to the gathering of truth on the path of devotion, Baba says you get the company of truth on the path of knowledge only. You are sitting in the company of truth. The souls, the souls are sitting in the company of one true Father. You don't find such a company anywhere in this world because they don't even know about the Father. Of course, they say that they go to a satsang, but they get into that body consciousness. Even bodily beings relate this knowledge, and people who hear, they are also in the body consciousness. You don't have this body conscious stage now. You know that we children are sitting in the company of the truth. No one sits in the company of truth. You hear this term at this confluence age only. Baba comes himself and he explains the accurate meaning of this word, that is company of truth. Baba says, he is the true Father, he is the Supreme Soul who is called the truth. You children are sitting in his company. He is the true Father, teacher and Sadguru, and you are sitting in his true company. It doesn't matter whether you sit here or whether you are sitting at home and listening to the Murli. You consider yourself as a soul and remember the Father. That is why it is called, this title is given to the one Father only, that is Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. No one can receive this title. We souls are remembering the true Father because we are in his true company. The Father is sitting in Madhuban. And Baba gives us different ways of remembering the Father. Because your sins will be absolved with the remembrance of the Father only. And you children also know that we become 16 celestial degrees full, and while coming down the ladder, gradually all the degrees start reducing. First of all, we had unadulterated devotion. Then when we became Tamo Pradhan, then it became adulterated devotion. At that time, one should have the company of truth, else how do they become pure? Now you souls have received the company of the true Father, and the souls also know that. We souls must remember the Father, and we should have his company. Of course, the remembrance is also called having the company, because we always remember those who are in our company. Because when we remember Baba, we always sit with him. This is the company of truth. While being in this body, you souls have to remember the Father, because this is the company of truth. Sometimes it is said that someone has been colored by the company of an important person and he has become body conscious. Now you have the company of the true Father. you become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan by being in his company. Baba says he comes only once. By having the company of the true Father, your boat goes across for 21 births. In the golden and silver ages, our boats go across. However, as soon as the copper age comes, then we become body conscious. It's it's there in the drama. By having the company of the one Father, you become Sato Pradhan. Because your intellects become golden. The saints and sages, they believe that the soul is immune to the effect of the actions, and they feel that the God is omnipresent everywhere. So do you think there is a flaw in the Supreme Soul? So Baba says the Supreme Soul can never have any kind of alloy. Baba is also asking, do you think I have any kind of alloy? So Baba says, I always reside in the Supreme Abode, because I don't have to come into the cycle of birth and death. Because when we are on this journey, then we get affected. But Baba doesn't come into this cycle like us. Some have a bigger role to play, and some have a very good yoga. To the extent the soul has the company of the true Father, the soul gets benefited, and your sins also will be cleared. Baba says, oh souls, you souls must remember the Father, and you take my company, because Baba also has to take the support of the body. Else how does he speak to you, and how do you souls listen to him? You children have whose company now? Because you have the company of the true Father. You must have the constant remembrance of one Father. You must use your thoughts and time in a worthwhile way by remembering the Father. The souls should have the company of the Father, because soul is also wonderful as well as the Father and the world, of course. How does this world cycle run? You children play the all-rounder roles in the world drama, because you souls have this record of the role of 84 births, and this is a wonder, because you souls become pure, worthy of worship, then you be impure, then you become Brahmins, then again you become pure, because you come throughout the whole cycle and you play all round parts. Just look. Baba compares the souls of the world and the golden aged souls and we children, and Baba says that we children have the all round parts. Some have the role to play from the beginning of the cycle, and some may come later, as it happens in the limited drama. However, Baba talks about the unlimited drama. Just look at the force of the science. Just think about the powerful contribution of science in the golden age. Just think, how do the things take place at a very fast speed, because that age has got the power of purity. All powerful souls exist in the golden age. This Lakshmi and Narayan are the most powerful souls, because Ravan has snatched away all the power. Now you are conquering the Ravan and you are becoming powerful. The souls who remember Father a lot, they become powerful, because you receive power through this study. You receive power and then you rule the whole world. How much power do you receive? You receive power to rule the whole world. So Baba says, you can have the company of the one true Father at this time only. Baba says, by staying in my company, you souls become very powerful, because the Father is the world almighty authority. You receive strength from Him. You receive all the knowledge of Vedas and scriptures of the beginning, middle, and end of the world cycle. As how the Father is almighty authority, what do you children become? You also become almighty authorities, right? You rule the whole world by receiving so much power from the Father. No one can take away that right from you. So Baba just says, think how much power you receive from Father at this time. The more you remember Baba, accordingly your strength, the power also will be received. Baba doesn't give any kind of difficulty to you. What do you have to do? You must remember the Father. Now the cycle of 84 births is coming to an end. Understanding this is not a big thing. There is no need to go into too much detail. By understanding the seed, one can understand how the whole tree emerges from it. So Baba says it's in your intellect in a nutshell. These matters are unique. People stumble a lot on the path of devotion. They of course make a lot of effort, and what do they receive? Nothing. Despite that, Baba comes at the confluence stage and makes us the masters of the world, and we become the masters of the world through the power of yoga. Because the yoga of Bharat is very well known, and you're just look at the benefits of having yoga with the Father, and there is so much benefit by having the true company of the Father, because the power of yoga enables you have a longer lifespan and also a healthy body. All these things are being explained to you because you have the company of the true Father, and no one else has the company of the true Father except you Brahmins. You children are the children of the Prajapita Brahma, and you are granddaughters or grandson or grandchildren. So you receive your inheritance from the grandfather, and remembering all these things is like having the pilgrimage of remembrance. You must have such things in your intellects. In other satsangs, people just go and sit in one gathering. It's not like that here. It doesn't mean that if you sit in one place only, you will have the true company. Whereas on the path of knowledge, while walking, doing all the activities, we have the company of the true Father. In other satsang, people always relate some versions, whereas here, while walking, moving, and while doing everything, we must remember Baba, which means we have the company of the true Father, and this is the difference between this satsang and other satsangs. So Baba tells that this considering oneself as a body is like having a false understanding or illusion. Baba says the bodies are not true. Bodies are non living, they are made of five elements. When they have no soul within them, they don't even move, because the souls are said the soul is true, it is eternal, and it's always in the blissful stage. So, considering oneself as a body means having the company of something false, because human bodies don't even have any value, because other species bodies have some considerable value. A soul says, I am so and so. Baba says, just look how has the soul become. See, the soul eats everything. Baba gives this word like Basmasur, which means a devil which burnt who burnt himself to death. How do you burn yourself? That is by sitting on the pyre of lust. Everyone is just burning himself. So Baba gives this term Basmasur. Now you children are made to sit on the pyre of this knowledge. The entire world is on the pyre of lust and it's getting burnt. It has become Tamo Pradhan, it's become ugly. So Baba comes to make us beautiful from ugly. So Baba explains to us, just renounce this body consciousness and consider yourself as a soul. Children study in a school. Of course, the children always remember the study, whatever is been taught in school, even while living at home. So you children also attend this 1 hour class, and you should always remember these points while doing everything. You are also students who must remember your aim and objective. Your aim and objective is right in front of you, and you should have this knowledge in your intellects. You should always churn these points while walking, moving, doing everything. You children come to this land to get refreshed. You are being explained many ways. You must explain in such and such a way. You can find n number of satsangs in the world. Just look how much big crowd would be there. Baba says the fact is that is not the true company. Baba frequently reminds us that being with the Father, having the company of the true Father, when your mind and intellect are connected with the true Father, it means you are having the company of the true Father. On the path of devotion, everyone remembers the deities or some saints or sages. That is why Baba very often he reminds us that this is the true satsang where we have got the company of the one true Father. You children only receive this company at this time. Baba comes and establishes that new kingdom because he's the true Father. That is why he gets this title Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Because he's the one who establishes one true religion and kingdom. He makes us realize our true nature and form with which we become the masters of the world. Baba says our lives have been degraded by having the false or having body consciousness. By realizing our true nature, we will have that ascending stage and we will start experiencing the reward for 21 births. It's not a law that you also have the company of true Father there. You talk about such things only when you can see the effects of having a wrong company and the benefits of having the true company of the Father. Because in the golden age, there is no name and trace of something wrong or irreligious or unrighteous acts. You can talk about this company of true Father and the company of falsehood only when you can see them both. Baba only comes and he explains us all these things. Until and unless that true Father doesn't come, no one would know anything. Now Baba tells his children, hey souls, keep my company, go beyond the company of bodies. You must go beyond this consciousness. Baba also told us earlier that this body is false. Considering oneself as a body is having an illusion, because the Father's company enables us to recognize our true nature, and we must go beyond this body consciousness. Of course, you will have these bodies in the golden age, whereas you are pure there. Now the company of true Father enables you become pure from impure. Then you will receive the Satopradhan bodies. The soul also will be Satopradhan. Now if you look at the world, it is Tamopradhan. The world becomes new as well as old. You are aware that the original eternal deity religion existed in the golden age. Now it has been transformed into a original eternal. Instead of deity word, they are using Hindu. Now you people of Bharat understand that we belong to that original eternal deity religion. We were the masters of the world. But where did that intoxication go? You have just made the duration of the cycle a little longer, because of which you have forgotten the entire facts. By forgetting everything, you have forgotten all the knowledge, everything. That is why Baba says this is a this is the game of a maze. Baba says you claim the highest position by studying this knowledge, then your status gets reducing once this Ravan's kingdom starts. You also know that you are the masters of the new world. Where are you right now? Some children don't even know this. Baba has come to make us the residents of heaven. We become the residents of heaven for half a cycle. Then after that, what happens? Then we start coming down the ladder. The Ravan's kingdom also starts. The world also gradually becomes old. You understand that Baba is making you into the residents of heaven, and we will remain the residents of heaven for half a cycle. Then we become the residents of hell. You children have become the Master Almighty's number wise. So Baba gives us this dose of the nectar of the knowledge. Baba has also received these organs. How did he receive these organs? Baba says he has got the old organs. Baba doesn't get the new ones, he gets the old body. Baba says he gets an old musical instrument. He comes at this confluence age. He comes at the age of retirement, and Baba says he comes to give us this knowledge and to liberate us from the sufferings or cage of the Ravan. In any drama, always actors play their roles very well. So Baba also plays his role in a wonderful way. That is why he's called Liberator and uh, the Bestower of Salvation. These two titles can be given to the one Father. Baba has to come he has to come every cycle. His role doesn't come to an end. So you children also should have limitless happiness. To the extent you take the company of the true Father, you will experience that happiness. If you have less remembrance, you cannot have that stage of happiness. Baba comes and he gives his property to his children, those children who are very honest with the Father. The Father has great love for such children. It's also said that the Lord is always pleased with honest hearts. Baba has, he reminded us the significance of having a honest heart and a clean heart. Baba is pleased with such children, and he also explained us the significance of having complete purity, honest hearts, and having the remembrance of the Father. Those who remain busy in doing service, they are much loved by the Father because they have become helpers of the Father. People of the world call out to the Father and say that, Baba, you help. Whereas here, we children become helpers of Baba. I always remember one of the incidents. There was this one VIP, he was an officer. One of Baba's children went to meet him. While having a discussion, he asked her, what do you do in Brahma Kumaris organization? That sister responded that we helped Baba, that is God, in his task. So that officer said that the whole world is asking God to help them, and you are telling you people help Father in his task. So this point made him start his journey with the Father, because Baba gives us this power and he makes us worthy so that we become helpers of God. Because when we extend this help to Baba, we always get that reward throughout the cycle. When we remain busy in service, Baba always loves such children who remain on service. You must ask yourself, do you do a true service? Do you do any service while having the remembrance of the Father? If you don't stay in the company of the true Father, then what stage will you reach? So Baba says that while doing everything, we must have the company of the true Father, which enables us to give this knowledge to others and then claim a high status. You must definitely examine yourself and see what inheritance you can claim from the true Father. You know that this is number wise. Some claim a big inheritance and some less. There is a difference of day and night. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, father, and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children. And we spiritual children also offer love, remembrance, and say good morning, Namaste to the mother, father, and Bap Dada. The essence for dharana, the first one: remain beyond all the consciousness of the body that you have taken and become pure by staying in the company of the truth. Second one, in this student life, as you walk and move around, you must continue to turn this knowledge around in your intellects. Make effort while keeping your aim and objective in front of you. Have an honest heart and become a helper of the Father. Today's blessing: may you become close and equal by being unadulterated and in the stage free from obstacles, thereby receive the reward of the first birth. We must, Baba talked about two aspects. One is having unadulterated, and another one is being free from obstacles. The children who are close to the Father's virtues and his son's scars experience the Father's company and equality in all the relationships are the ones who can come close in the royal clan in the first birth. Only those who have unadulterated remembrance and those who have been free from obstacles, only they can come in the first birth. To be free from obstacles doesn't mean that you don't have any obstacles in your life, but You are a constant destroyer of obstacles and you gain that victory. If you have been fine in these both two stages from the beginning until now, then you will be a companion in the first birth. Slogan: with the power of silence, transform the negative into positive. Avyakt signal: have love for solitude and imbibe unity and concentration. As well as being in physical silence, solitude also means to be lost in the depths of one. With the power of concentration, you can send this message to any soul. You can invoke any soul. You can catch the sound of any soul. And you can give. Baba talked about these three aspects, that is, with the power of concentration, you can give this message to anyone, you can invoke any soul, and you can catch the sound of any soul, and then you can give cooperation to any soul while sitting far away. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Today is Satguruvar. We will offer book to Baba in some time. Those who have given your names to offer book to Baba, you can go to conference hall along with the slips where the trans messenger sister comes and meets all of you. All the Samarpit brothers and sisters are requested to pay attention. You are requested to be in Jnanmoti Meditation Hall, where respected Mohini Didiji would meet all of you. And you would receive the godly gift on behalf of a BK Colony brother Durga Prasad. You are supposed to get your smart cards. Those who don't have the smart card, they can receive their smart cards from office. Hall number 88. The schedule of Diamond Hall classes goes like this: 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. there will be yoga. 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. there is a class by Brother Ramnath ji. The topic is self-service, that is paying attention on the self-progress and then contributing in world service. Then 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The class is the subtle aspects of bondage. And evening there will be yoga, and from 6 p.m. there is a class by Bharat Bhushan brother, and his topic is the journey from waste to best or powerful. Post that there will be mass meditation. On the occasion of Shiv Jayanti, we are going to host Shiv Baba's flag in Manmohini campus. All the sisters and brothers of this campus, nursing college, BK Colony, everyone is requested, everyone is invited. The physically challenged department of Brahma Kumaris has prepared a quiz or puzzle through which they'll be given Baba's knowledge. You can get this information from Gyanamrit counter. We are going to have its official inauguration of that puzzle set in some time. This is a message from medical wing that 20 vehicles have been hired for service throughout India to spread the awareness, and we are getting a very good response. In order to make that service report, or in order to maintain the record, we need one sevadari who is well versed in computer skills. You can visit Ever Healthy Hospital for further information. You can either come here or you can do the offline support also. As all of you are aware that if you find any cash, any wallet or anything of anyone, you can just deposit it in the lost and found department. Let's offer book to Baba. Let's offer book to Baba. Let's listen to Bog's message and then leave the hall. The brother Suryamani, who has made this puzzle games for this physically disabled children, he's having that launched through respected Jayanti Didiji and the senior sister. Let's be in the remembrance of Baba. there is an announcement. Those who know, who are well versed with the computer skills, who are interested in doing any service in sound department, you can come forward and give your names to Ravi brother. I reached the subtle region to offer book to Baba. As soon as I reached that subtle region, Baba, he showed me three types of stages. All the new as well as senior children of Baba were emerged. One of those scenes was a few saints or sages sat on the peak of the mountain and they were doing tapasya. And post that, a few kings or emperors were seated on their throne. And the third stage was a swing was shown where children always play. He emerged those three scenes. In this confluence age, the elevated stage or state of mind is which one? Baba first of all asked me. I responded saying that the saints or sages who were doing tapasya on the peak of the mountain, that is the elevated stage. Then Baba said sometimes Baba sees these three categories of children. Sometimes children play all their childhood games, that is, they play in swing which moves in forward as well as backward direction. So Baba says their stage also fluctuates like that. They get their stage disturbed, and the one which was in the middle of these three scenes, the kings, that is, that is the emperor's position. It's it's also a memorial of you children at this confluence age, because Baba has made you the self sovereigns and he has made you sit in his heart throne. Sometimes when we come down from that throne, which means we get our stage uh, affected by different things. Baba said, like how the saints and sages sit in that tapasya, because the saints or sages, they do the intense tapasya. There are a very few new children as well as the seniors, but the stage of very few children remains unshakable, immovable, because they go beyond the corporeal world or the matters of this world or the circumstances. They are not even aware of what is happening in this world. Those who are seated on the heart throne of Baba, so Baba says the call of this time is to do the intense tapasya, because the fruit of your tapasya, the power of the tapasya, helps you a lot in the coming sensitive times. So while showing these three scenes, Baba was telling me that there is a great need of tapasya at this time, and there was the sister, her name was Nirmala sister, and BK Colony's brother Durga Prasad. Bhog was specially offered on behalf of these two souls. Also, those children who have made elevated fortune, those who have made their stage very elevated at this confluence, they already have received their costume, and they are still playing their role by being in the elevated stage, because the task of the creation will pick up its speed from now. Then Baba gave his loveful remembrance and love to all you sisters and brothers. I also gave all the remembrance and love from us to Baba, and I came down to the corporeal region. Thank you. Om Shanti. Let's watch Dadiji's video. The more we keep reminding ourselves about our fortune, and before reminding ourselves of this fortune, we must remember the bestower of fortune, God. The more we see within ourselves which praises we offer to Baba, and how what the elevated and the respect and the feelings which we have towards Baba. What we used to do, we used to sit in solitude, and when we remembered Baba, the expressions and the respect we had for Baba kept arising in our minds, and we used to continue to write. The more we wrote these expressions, the more we recalled the glorification of Baba. And while praising such glorification, we get merged in his happiness. Nothing came to our memory. Thank you. Om Shanti.